Alright, guys, good morning. You're gonna want your blocks and a strap and a blanket today. And we will start in a comfortable seat. So you're gonna take your comfy seat on that blanket, shift your hips a little bit side to side, and sit up nice and straight and tall, a little gentle smile on your face. And let's inhale, the arms lift up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Interlace hands here. Inhale, press them forward. Exhale, make very long arms. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, swoop it out to the side. We're going to bring hands to thighs. And we're going to start with little circles in the neck. So your right ear to the right shoulder, chin down, left ear to left shoulder, straight up. Last one this direction. Good. Then we're going to come straight up to center and we're going to turn and look to the left. Stopping here. If you wanted to make this a little bit more, you would take your hand and just place it on your head as just a tiny bit of weight, right? We're not pushing, just placing the hand on the head. Letting the other arm drop. Letting go of that. Bringing your head back to neutral. We're going to take chin to chest. And bringing that back to neutral. We're going to take chin to the sky. And with your chin to the sky, you're really going to jut your jaw towards the ceiling. So you want to give yourself an underbite. Really stretches out this front neck extensors. And bring it back to center. Good. Now we're going to take chin on the diagonal, right? So 45 degrees and then down. Letting the opposite arm hang. Again, options if you wanted more, just to gently place your hand on your head. So I'm not pushing with my hand, right? My hand is just resting, providing just a little bit of extra weight. Good. Unraveling that, letting it go. Then bringing your head back to center, and we're going to reset here, and we're going to take circles the other way. So left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, over to the right, and up. One more. We're going to be in neutral. Get all the way back up. And then from here, we're just going to turn and look to the right and hold it there. Options to use our hand to make our head a little heavier. I don't want to, but you can. Then we bring it back to the center. And tuck your chin to your chest. And bring it up. Now we're going to look to the sky. And then jut your jaw towards the ceiling so you're giving yourself an underbite. Good. Unravel it. Back to center. Now we're going to take head to 45 degrees. Then take chin down. Hang out here on the diagonal, the opposite arm. It's just heavy. Same thing, you can just gently place your hand on your head for just a little bit of weight. So we're not pushing, right? The hand is just resting, providing a little extra weight if you want or if you need to increase that stretch, but it is optional. Whenever you're ready, you're going to unravel, come out of it. And let's go with cat-cow postures here. Inviting the rest of your spine to your practice. Go ahead and take one more. And bring it to neutral. And we're going to spiral the rib cage to the left. Go ahead and spiral to the right. Next one's your last one. Bring it all the way up. Inhale, arms lift. And then exhale, we're going to take the, left hand. We're going to take it down. We're going to walk it all the way over to the left. Right hip stays down on the ground. Reach that right arm out over your ear. Hanging out here, you can let your head be heavy. I'm going to use a block here. I'm a little tight. I'm going to take my forearm down to a block. I want to keep my right hip on the ground. I want to reach my right arm over my ear. I'm going to keep my chest open. And I'm going to let my head go. And then from here, I'm going to take big circles with that right arm. This is the last one. I'm really reaching through that right arm. And then I'm going to come all the way up, be a big V. Taking my block with me, and I'm going to the other side. So I want to take my forearm down. If your forearm wants to go all the way down to the ground without your left hip popping up, you don't need the block. I usually don't need the block, but I'm super sore through my obliques. So today I'm going to use the block. I'm going to help myself out. And I'm going to reach my left arm out over my ear. And I'm going to let my head go. I'm just going to hang out here, keeping my chest open. And then I'm going to start reaching through that left arm and taking big circles. And last one. And I'm going to bring it all the way up. Be a V, big inhale here. Exhaling, hands to your heart. Bring an inhale, turn, look to the left. Exhale, turn, look to the right. 2 more. Good. Back to center. You're going to straddle legs. Flexing feet. Go ahead and roll them in circles. And circles the other way. Good. Flex the feet. Sit up nice and straight and tall in that spine. Rock a little bit forward. Rock a little bit back. So really, we're just hip hinging. That's it. Forward and back. Back stays flat. Got last one. Knock it forward. flat, flat, flat through the back. Elongating through your spine. And we're going to come all the way up and bring it into our butterfly. Feet come together, same thing, hip hinging forward and back. So back is flat. I'm just hinging forward and back. Right now I'm going to lean in. And I'm just checking in with my low back and my groin, just noticing that they are connected. I'm going to come all the way up. And I'm going to plant my feet on the floor, take them wide. I'm going to plant my hands behind me. Feet go wide, knees go wide, and I'm going to do some internal and external rotation in my hips. So both knees are going to drop off one way. I'm going to bring them up, take them over to the other side. So they're going to be really wide, right? The wide feet are what is keeping this twist out of your low back and making it more about your internal and external hip rotation. One more. Good. And then bring it to neutral. You're going to squeeze your booty, pick it up to your tabletop. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, bring it up to a boat. Breathing here. And exhale, you're going to bring your feet and flip it over to all fours. And wag your tail when you arrive. And then let's roll through cat-cow posture. So inhale, look up, exhale, curl your spine, tuck your chin. Two more. Good, let's bring it to neutral. Curl your toes, straighten your legs. It's downward facing dog. Breathing here, dropping through your heels. Maybe you're pedaling your knees. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Next inhale, shift it to your high plank. You can rock a little bit forward and back here. Send it back to downward facing dog. Shift it forward to your plank. Rock a little bit forward and back. Send it back to downward facing dog. Last one. Shift it forward. Rock it forward and back. And then back to that downward facing dog. Really lifting through your tailbone, getting flat through your back. Big inhale here. Lift through your tailbone. And exhale, walk, hop, step, or jump, Malasana. Deep squat. Top of your mat. Get your back flat here. Look up. Big inhale. Exhale. Curl your spine. Tuck your chin. Walk your hands forward. And then keeping your fingertips forward, you're going to inhale, flatten the back, look up. Exhale, curl and tuck. Couple more. Breathe again. Good. Let's inhale here, look up, and then exhale, forward fold. Hanging out here in your forward fold, breathing. And then inhale, flat back monkey. You're going to exhale, fold. Do it again. Inhale, flat back monkey. Exhale, take it down, fold. Last one. Good. You're going to get your scarf or your strap. And you're going to inhale the monkey. Exhale to fold, drop your butt and your knees. Inhale, come all the way up to chair. Hanging out here. Arms up, you got a hold of that scarf. Big breath. Exhale, straight legs. Drop your arms back. So we're getting chest stretches here. Inhale to the top. Exhale to drop it back. Couple more. Good. Good. Hanging out here. Your arms drop back a little bit, getting that chest stretch. And let's inhale it up overhead. Exhale, we're going to lean one way. Inhale, come up. Exhale, we go the other way. So side to sides. Good. Inhale, reach, 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 reach. And then on the exhale, you're going to bring that scarf down in front to your thighs. And then thinking about top of your pelvis, right? Thinking about, I'm going to move my scarf for a second so I can show you all hip hinge, which I think you guys both know, but do it anyway. Okay, crunch up to your hip bones. Send them back with a flat back, slight bend in the knee, just incidental, and then come back up, right? So that's a hip hinge, but we're going to do it with our scarf, turn it into like an RDL. So I want my hands about shoulder distance apart. I want my knuckles on my legs, flat back, neutral neck. And I'm going to take it back to my hip hinge. My hands are going to slide down to just below my knees. I'm going to rise up and I'm going to squeeze my butt. Right? Hip hinge back. Hands go below the knees. Come on, squeeze butt. And then just keep going. Good. Relaxing here. You're going to take that scarf up, dropping it back, bringing it behind you, walking your hands a little closer together on it, and then pulling it away from your spine. Keep your neck neutral. Big inhale here. And exhale, you can go ahead and let that scarf go. You're going to pick up your right knee, pull it up into your chest, roll that ankle in circles. Circles can go the other way. And then we're going to step that right foot back. We're going to go into a lunge, squeezing your booty, tucking your pelvis under, keeping the bend in that front knee. And hanging out here. That's getting to open in our hip flexor. You can take your arms up, interlace your thumbs, and just kind of lean to the right a little bit if you want to. Bring it back to center. Hang out here. Hands go anywhere, I don't care. Good. And then from here, we're just going to slide that back foot forward a little bit. Plant the back foot down on the ground, and then bend that back knee so you get a little bit of an ankle stretch. Straighten that back leg. Front leg is straight. Front toes point dead ahead. Engage that front thigh. We're going to go back to that hip hinge and then bring it up. So hip hinge, bring it up. And make sure your back foot is straight ahead too, like your feet are on railroad tracks. Good. On my next hip hinge, I'm just going to come all the way forward and down into pyramid pose. My block is here if I need it. And then from pyramid, I'm going to open this out to balancing half moon. Big breath in here. And exhale, feet come down, bring into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back monkey. Exhale, take a bow. Plant your hands. Separate your feet a little bit. Come down for Balasana. Rock a little bit side to side. And inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, curl. Do it again. Let's inhale, flat back, look up. And exhale, straight legs, forward fold. Inhale into your monkey. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, drive your butt. Inhale it up to chair, holding here. Exhale, straight legs, hands to your heart. Go ahead and take your hips a little bit side to side. Getting ready for what comes next. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So reaching down through that left foot. You're going to pick your right knee up, grab it. Ankles in circles on that right foot. And then when you're ready, you're going to step that right foot back. Come into your high lunge, squeezing your booty, tucking your pelvis forward, bending that front knee. Breathing here. You have the option here to kind of lean to the left if you wanted to. Pulling your belly button up and then pulling your pelvic floor up and then you're really going to get a stronger hip flexor stretch, which is what we are after. And then from here, you're going to slide that back foot forward a little bit, just enough where you can bring it flat. Toes point dead ahead, bend that back knee. You're going to say hello to the calf stretch in that right leg. Good. Straighten that leg. You want to make sure both feet are on tracks. Both feet are pointed dead ahead. We're going to go into our hip hinge with the left leg forward. Coming up, squeezing your butt, sending it back. Keep going. Good. Next one, you're going to come down and hold it here for a moment. And then when you're ready, bring it all the way down into pyramid pose. When you're ready, slide into that knee. You're going to walk it forward, plant your hand, shift into that left foot, bring it up for balancing half moon. There we go. Biggest breath in. And exhale, take a forward fold. Inhale, flat back monkey. Exhale, fold. You're going to plant your hands, step both feet back to high plank on the inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then you're going to go inhale to high plank, rock it forward to back, breathing. And exhale, down dog, shake your head down. Do it again, inhale, high plank, rock it forward to back. Exhale, the downward facing dog. And this time, you're just going to inhale it to high plank, hold it, pushing the ground away. And then drop to your knees, big toes together, hips apart, or big toes together, knees apart, hips back. Upper body down. And you can kind of like wiggle, sway, move real organic. I'm actually going to spiral my ribcage to the right. And then I'm going to spiral my ribcage to the left. Good. Roll it up. Plant your hands behind you. Squeeze your shoulders open apart. Good. Exhale. You're going to come on up and have a seat. Legs come out in front. We're going to inhale the arms up, flex the feet. Exhale, float down, touch whatever. Inhale to roll it back up. Exhale, float. Inhale, bring it up. Next one's your last one. Good, hanging out here. You can rock a little bit side to side if you wanted to. Inhaling, flat back monkey. Exhaling to just let it go. Good, let's come all the way up. Into that butterfly, rock a little bit forward and back. And take it all the way down onto your back. Bending your knees. Shift your hips a little bit side to side. Find somewhere where you feel even and comfortable. Knees are bent, about hip distance apart, toes pointed dead ahead, arms down by your side. We're going to take active bridge. So inhale, squeeze your butt, lift your hips. Exhale, bring it down. Keep it up. Options to add the arms if you wanted to. Your shoulders are cranky, don't add arms. Good, your next one is your last one. Pick it up, hold it up. And exhale, bring it down. You're going to take soles of your feet together. Knees are going to open. And go ahead, straight legs. Windshield wiper your feet. Roll ankles and wrists in circles. Wiggle fingertips and toes. And then just kind of rock your head a little bit side to side. And then we've got one more thing before Shavasana. So you're going to take your shoulder or your elbows straight out of your shoulders. And right now, fingertips are pointing to the sky, right? So you've got two L's coming out of your shoulders, basically. I'm going to take my left hand and put it palm down on the ground. Then I'm going to take my right hand. I'm going to take the back of my right hand and put it on the ground. So I've got one hand up and one hand down. Then I'm going to push my respective hands and elbows into the mat. I'm going to relax it. I'm going to bring them back up so fingertips are pointing to the sky. And then I'm going to switch. So left hand goes back, right hand goes down. I'm pushing respective fingers, hands, elbows into the ground. And then I'm switching. Push. It's not a huge push, right? It's a little bitty push. And switch. This is our pillow press. Your next one is your last one. Good. Bring it back up to center. You're going to take arms down by your side. Turn your head, look to the left. And then when you're ready, turn your head and look to the right. And then you just find a comfortable place. Settling down into your Shavasana. You can stay here just as long as you need to. Focusing on your full spine. So just kind of giving your whole spinal column a scan from the base of your skull all the way down to your tip of your tailbone and back up again. Kind of massaging that spinal column with your mind. Just tuning into how kind of amazing it is. Give it some gratitude as you're here, And then staying here just as long as you'd like. Maybe when you're ready, you rock forward and back up to the seat to give your spine a little bit of a massage. And we'll be back next week.